Hello everyone, my name is Jhusiel Gonzales, and now I am going to discuss or report the 10th essential rules of subject-verb agreement. And again, I'm Jhusiel, but you can call me Josh, and I'll be your guide through this linguistic journey. So let's start. Okay, first, rule number 1. Oh my god, wait. Rule number one, the verb and subject must agree in number. Is it singular or plural? So this means that that if the subject is singular, the verb should be a singular, and if the subject is plural, the subject should always be a plural. So I'm gonna show the example here on the screen. So that's the example. So the incorrect is the dogs barking loudly, and we're going to correct that. So here's the explanation. In the correct sentence, the subject is dogs, or with apostrophe s, and it's a singular possessive, but the verb barking is a plural. So according to rule number 1, the verb should always be a singular. Therefore, the correct sentence should be the dog is barking loudly, and we're both the subject and the verb are singular. So let's proceed to the rule number 2. So rule number 2 states that the number of the subject is singular or plural. It remains unchanged regardless of any words or phrases placed any words or phrases placed between the subject and the verb. Here's an example. So the book, comma, along with the pens, comma, was on the table. So here's the explanation here. In the correct sentence, the phrase along with the pens is placed between the subject of book and the verb was. However, according to rule number 2, is these intervening phrases or phrase does not affect the number of the subject. In this case, the subject book is a singular, and the verb should always be a singular. Therefore, the correct sentence should be the book along with the pens was on the table. Correcting the sentence based on rule number 2. The book along with the pens was on the table. Right? Yeah. Sorry, I'm just a little bit lazy. Let's proceed to the rule number 3. So here's rule number 3 is subjects that are joined by and in a sentence use a plural verb. So I'm gonna show the example here again on the screen. So the cat and the dog is playing the garden. Again. The cat and the dog is playing in the garden. So in the correct sentence, the subject is the cat, and the dog is joined by the conjunction and indicating that there are two subjects. According to rule number 3, when subjects are joined by and, a plural verb should be used. Therefore, the correct sentence should be the cat and the dog. The cat and the dog are playing in the garden. Yeah, that's right. Where the plural verb agrees with the plural subjects, cat and dog. Remember, when you have multiple subjects joined by and, you need to use a plural verb to maintain a subject-verb agreement. So copy that. So let's proceed to the rule number 4. So subjects that are joined by either or neither nor use a singular verb. So here's the example. Neither John nor Sarah were present at the meeting. So in the correct sentence, the subjects John and Sarah are joined by the conjunction nor in a negative construction. According to rule number 4, when subjects are joined by neither or nor, or either or a singular verb should be used. Singular your sorry, a little bit late. A singular verb should be used. Therefore, the correct sentence should be and neither John or nor Sarah was present at the meeting. So where the singular verb was agrees with the singular subject, neither John nor Sarah. So remember, when you have subjects joined by either or nor, or neither nor, use a singular verb to maintain subject-verb agreement. So you copy that, right? Okay, next, we need to proceed to the rule number 5. So when the subject is followed by words such as well as, along with, beside, etc., the verb is according to the first subject of the sentence. So here's the example: the teacher as well as the students is going on a field trip. So in the correct sentence, the verb is agrees. The verb is, no, I'm sorry. The verb is agrees with the singular noun teacher, but not with the plural noun students. According to rule number 5, the verb should agree with the original subject, so which is teacher. Therefore, the correct sentence should be the teacher as well as the students are going on a field trip, where the plural verb are agrees with the plural noun students. So always remember, when the subject is followed by phrases like as well as, along with, besides, or etc., the verb should be the verb should be agree with the original subject, not the additional elements introduced by these phrases. So next, rule number 6: in the sentence that begin with here or there, the true subject usually follows the verb. So here's the example again. Here's the books. So here's the books. So in the incorrect sentence, the verb is agrees with the word here, which is not true of the sentence according to rule number 7. When a sentence begins with here or there, the true subject usually follows the verb. In this case, the true subject is books, which is plural. Therefore, the correct sentence should be here are the books, where the plural verb are agrees with the plural subject books. So always remember, when a sentence begins with here or there, ensure that the verb agrees with the true subject that follows the verb. So get it might be hard to get, but you need to understand it. So where's my ball pen? I miss my ball pen. Oh my god, where's it? Okay, here. So let's proceed to the number let's proceed to rule number 7. So rule number 7, in the sentence that includes sums of money, periods of time, or distance, etc. as a unit, singular verb is used. So here's the example again, excuse me. $5 were a high price. So in the correct sentence, the plural verb were is used with the subject $5. However, according to rule number 7, according to a subject verb agreement, since the subject is the $5, is treated as singular unit. The singular therefore the correct sentence should be $5 was a high price. Remember, subject verb agreement is determined by the number, singular or plural, of the subject, rather than the presence of sums of money, periods of time, distances, or other units. That is yeah, it's a rule number 7. And the third to the last one, Rule number 8, nouns such as mathematics, civics, news, or etc. when plural in form are singular in meaning and use as singular verbs. So the example, mathematics are my favorite subject, so that is not right. So in the incorrect sentence, the plural verb are is used with the noun mathematics. However, since mathematics is being referred to a singular subject, the academic discipline, a singular verb should be used. Therefore, the correct sentence is mathematics is my favorite subject. So it is important to consider to the intended meaning in the context of the sentence when determining subject-verb agreement, rather than solely relying on the plural or a singular form of noun or a form of a noun. So that's all. And second to the last one, rule number 9, in sentence that expresses a in the sentence that express a wish, request, or contrary to fact, the word were is used instead of was. So here's the example: if I was rich, I would travel the world. So that is not right. So let me correct that. In the correct sentence, the phrase "if I was rich" expresses a contrary to fact condition. As the speaker is not currently rich, according to rule number 10, the subjunctive mood should be used and the verb were is used instead of was. Am I right? Yeah. Therefore, the correct sentence is, if I were rich, I would travel the world. So remember, when expressing wishes, requests, or contrary to fact conditions, use were or instead of was, regardless of the subject. Excuse me. So the last one, rule number 10, the phrase more than one takes the phrase more than one takes a singular verb. Example, more than one persons are attending the meeting. So in the correct sentence, the plural verb is used with the subject more than one person. However, according to the rule you mentioned or I mentioned, more than one is treated as singular unit. So the singular verb should be used. Therefore, the correct sentence is more than one person is attending the meeting. So I hope you got it all, guys. So that's all for my video presentation for Sir Blando, and thank you again, sir. Goodbye.